All right, then we're going to throw it over to Randy now for our college scoreboard. Man, the scoreboard is just big and beefy
a whole
this
show
time of
is
year.
nothing but scoreboard this time of year. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
lot of great games and stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I had a tough time paring this scoreboard down to not include every game that I could find. But we're going to start with the top 4. In the FBS, it was number 1 Alabama over an FCS team, Mercer University, by the score of 48-14. There's been a lot of teams in the first couple weeks that are playing lower-level FCS teams, and so that's where your blowouts and
it's
stuff
essentially
come
their
from.
preseason games.
Yeah.
If you're, games that count, but it's essentially their versions of, let's get our team warmed up with a couple of patsies. So.
Yeah, well, you've got other schools in the top 10 that are playing, other ranked teams,
right?
And then you got Alabama playing.
That's what I'm saying.
FCS
Georgia started off. Technically Alabama opened up against Miami, but still, I hate seeing Alabama, who's supposedly the greatest college football program in the country, playing a lower level school like this. Like, no, you know what, Alabama? Put your money where your mouth is. I know you're the best program. We all know you're the best program.
Yeah.
Play some more ranked teams, dang it.
I'm sure Mercer appreciated the big bucks they
the
got for
hefty
coming up
paycheck,
there and gotten their butts kicked by the number 1 team in the country. But still, I'd rather see Alabama have a little more competition.
Yeah, I would too.
All right, it was number 2 Georgia over UAB, 56-7. Number 12 Oregon upset number 3 Ohio State, 35-28, and it was the first ever win over Ohio State for the Ducks. They were 0-9 all time.
Yeah, what a game this was. I
never saw that one coming.
I was hoping it'd be a closer game, and thank goodness Oregon pulled it out, because when we were camping, I know my friend's a Michigan State fan, and she, when I saw the final score, I screamed that, and she's like, "Heck yeah, Ducks!" Except she didn't say heck yeah, but we all felt great being in Michigan and hearing about Ohio State getting a big loss like that, especially being number 3. And that's something I realized. That's 2 weeks in a row the number 3 team has fallen and been upset. So is the number 3 ranking cursed right now? We'll have to find out next week. So there'll be some more top 4 shuffling after this. So
Yeah, there's a lot of animosity sometimes here in the state of Michigan. Are you a Michigan fan or a Michigan State fan? But the one thing that we can all agree on is we all hate Ohio State, and we all revel when they lose.
Yep, that's the truth.
All right, then it was number 4 Oklahoma shutting out an FCS team, Western Carolina, by the score of 76-0.
Oh boy. Oof.
In other top 25 scores, it was number 8 Notre Dame surviving Toledo from the MAC by the score of 32-29, barely coming away with a win there. And it was number 22 Miami of Florida squeaking past Appalachian State 25-23. Wow.
Yeah, so even the Appalachian State we saw due to Michigan several years back. So
yeah, and they weren't even an FBS team at that time. I think they were a lower level team.
Yeah, and so Appalachian State's always when you hear that name, you get a little nervous hearing like, oh no, did they do it again?
They've come a long way in the last few years. They've gotten really good. All right, let's go on to some upsets. It was number 10 Iowa upsetting number 9 Iowa State 27-17. This was the Battle of the Cy-Hawk Trophy, and you're going to hear more about that in our history lesson coming up here in a bit. Arkansas upset number 15 Texas 40-21. BYU upset number 21 Utah 26-17. And FCS Jacksonville State upset Florida State 20-17. Wow.
Yeah.
Blowouts and shutouts. It was Tulane over FCS Morgan State 69-20. Kent State from the MAC over Virginia Military Institute 60-10. Number 25 Auburn shut out FCS Alabama State 62-0. It was West Virginia shutting out FCS Long Island State Sharks. They got a cool logo, by the way. 66-0. It was the University of Texas San Antonio shutting out FCS team Lamar University by the score of 54-0. And Western Michigan shut out FCS Illinois State 28-0. And I was there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm rocking my Western Michigan T-shirt today.
Yeah.
It was a great game. After being beat up by Michigan the week before, it was nice to.
Oh, it was nice to beat on somebody
see
else.
the team come home and shut out a lower team. So that felt really good. It was a gorgeous night there too. I mean, it was like 84 degrees when the game started, and when it was over with, it was after dark, but it was still 77 degrees. Just a gorgeous evening for football and a great time at Waldo Stadium. Okay, military academies. It was Army over Western Kentucky, 38-35, and Air Force defeated Navy 23-3. Now let's go on to some lower level spotlights here. In the FCS level, it was Jackson State, led by their head coach Deion Sanders, over Tennessee State with their head coach Eddie George by the score of 38-16. In Division II, it was Notre Dame of Ohio over Wheeling, 31-15. In Division III, Central of Iowa over Kalamazoo College here in town, 69-13. In the NAIA, it was number 9 Marion of Indiana over Madonna of Michigan, 80-3. Wow. In the National Junior College Athletic Association, our favorite team, the Snow Badgers, shut out Gila River by the score of 63-0, and that means that the Snow College Badgers have shut out their opponents 140-0 in the first 2 games of this year.
148-0.
What did I say?
You said 140.
Oh,
that last 8 points is important.
Yeah. It might mean something come playoff time. And then U Sports up in Canada. Yes, they play college football up there too. It was the Sherbrooke Green and Gold over the Laval Red and Gold, 23-17. And then they have a lower level football system up there. It's called the Canadian Junior Football League, and I thought this was interesting. I ran across the story. The Regina Thunder defeated the Saskatoon Hilltops 16-13, ending the Hilltops' 32-game winning streak with a walk-off 51-yard field goal. The Hilltops have not lost a game since September 9th of 2017. So, congratulations to the Regina Thunder for ending that streak. And that is it for the college football scoreboard and all of our scores for this week. Man, so much football going on right now. College football in Canada, lower level games here in the States, NFL, CFL. Man, it's just so much to keep up on.
Yep. It even
it's
takes
that time of year.
Yep.